So we are back here in game number 2 as I finish up my quick little finishing up of my dinner in between game 1 and 2. To recap, it's a best of 3 series between the Booty Plunderers and Renegade Pro Gaming, and Renegade Pro with a excuse me, pretty solid win out of game 1 on the back of a really farmed OD who was just tearing around, as well as a nice safe lane juggernaut play from Perseverance. Invoker ban first again this game. Let's see who Booty Plunderers want to get rid of this game. Not surprisingly, the OD. So OD down. Renegade Pro not able to exploit his crazy damage from last game. Although that perhaps leaves the Zeus open if they prefer that for Morgo. Alright. So, Team Renegade Pro, banning the Witch Doctor, obviously showing some respect to Alpha for his great Witch Doctor play in Game 1. That Glimmer Cape caused some serious issues for Renegade Pro, did a lot of DPS in the early game. Or not in the early game, in the mid game, where he was able to get off a few Glimmer Caped ults. So 2 picks for Booty Plunderers. Last time they fired back really quick with Darkseer and Witch Doctor, which those heroes, no scope, great performance on Darkseer, and Alpha, good performance on Witch Doctor as well. So even though the early game didn't go their way, they were able to pull it back pretty hard in the mid game before being bulldozed by that overfarmed Juggernaut and OD. Dazzle Dragon Knight coming out. So Dazzle Pro at keeping people alive, similar to Renegade Pro's Oracle from last game. Dragon Knight super tanky, especially with that new buff to Dragon's Blood. So we'll see how that suits Booty Plunderers this game. So not picking the off lane as early, perhaps a mid Dragon Knight most likely. And Slardar for Team Renegade Pro, as well as I had not yet mentioned the Tusk. So Tusk, Slardar, really quick, really mobile, beefy strength heroes with stuns. Slardar minus armor going to sync up beautifully with the Walrus Punch. I mean, that is going to be some seriously devastating burst damage on a single target. So DK on the side of Booty Plunderers, giving them a little bit of push. Dazzle some defensiveness. On the other side, Renegade Pro really want to get diving, really want to get aggressive. So, of course, even though they have that single target burst from the minus R plus the Tusk Punch, Dazzle's Shallow Grave may present them with some issues there. So, we'll see how that goes. And I've got a few viewers in here again. Like to say hi to those viewers for just a brief little second while we're in between picks here. Darkseer respect ban from Team Renegade Pro, of course, with, as I mentioned before, really nice play from No Scope Yontai, where Booty Plunderers are banning a Quap. Obviously, the Queen of Pain, Renegade Pro has not yet picked up their mid, but if Morgo's performance on OD last game with that quad kill and triple kill are any indication, that is a mid player to respect. He's got a lot of plays nice and aggressively, and Quap with that burst damage is certainly someone to watch out for, especially when you have a Dazzle, because you don't want people to go down before you can even get the Shallow Grave on them. Vengeful Spirit banned by Team Renegade, taking out that minus armor. I would have thought that they would want to pick up something like that for themselves, perhaps, but we'll see. And Templar Assassin, last one to go down. As Booty Plunderers have their mid set up in the Dragon Knight, most likely. The TA, just a rock-solid mid all around, so really targeting mid with those bans. 3 out of 4 on keeping Morgo off of those really aggressive, powerful heroes. Although Zeus and I'm sure a good number of others are still remaining in the pool. So we'll see where that goes. Now looking at the third pickup for Booty Plunderers. Could be a lot of things. They've got an option of the offlaner, second support, or safe lane carry. Probably not going to pick up the carry that early. Slaughter Tusk obviously showing a hand. Oh, very nice pickup, the Mirana. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Roaming Mirana is... and Renegade Pro quickly fires back with a Bat Rider. Likely for mid, possibly for offlane. Maybe they'll move this Slardar to safe lane. Maybe they've got quite a few options if they want to get flexible about it. I haven't seen a safe lane Slardar in a long time. But he certainly can be played that way, especially if you just farm him up to a Blink Dagger and then swap the lane off to someone else. There's some serious potential for devastation from that aggressive early Slardar play, especially if any of your lanes are going, or if the rest of your lanes are going okay. So we got a lot of pick-off potential from Renegade. Bat Rider, Tusk, Slardar, all able to go out and get solo kills on Dazzle and or Mirana. Or Bat Rider, of course, pulling them back into their team. Even Dragon Knight not going to be able to take that out. Although interesting choice to pick the Bat Rider against the Dazzle, with the Shallow Grave able to bail out a single person getting focused. But perhaps, of course, well, the real problem there, though, is once you've got them Shallow Graved, they're still pulled into the middle of the rest of the enemy team. And when there's 3 or 4 or 5 people pounding away on someone, even if there's a Shallow Grave, they're probably not going to survive. You know, it'll give them a few extra seconds, but and that few extra seconds can be valuable. But we'll see how it actually ends up playing out. So, moving forward, again, Booty Plunderers looking for a safe laner and possibly an off laner, possibly a secondary support if they want to play Mirana off laner. But most likely she's going to be roaming. So, in terms of what would be good against... Oh, Death Prophet. Okay, now that's a tricky pickup again. She's fairly frail in the early game. And I'm just worried that she's just going to get controlled. We saw last game Anomaly on mid. Just getting controlled, getting ganked early, and just not being able to farm against Morgo's play on mid. And if he's going to be on Bat Rider versus Death Prophet... The Bat Rider did get that base damage nerf, but he's got the Napalm to make up for it, always has. So, well, it'll be an interesting play to see. But they've got double push on Dire. And as a matter of fact, I had thought earlier that Dragon Knight was going to be their mid, so perhaps we've got some old school safe lane Death Prophet happening here, or something otherwise strange. And of course, Renegade Pro firing back with Spectre. Great safe lane carry, really, really popular this patch, but being played a lot of the time in the more fighty, scrappy build with Urn and just picking up the early items rather than trying the Radiance Rush. And if that is the case, I really, really am not so confident in Booty Plunderers because seeing the way the last game went, seeing Renegade Pro play so aggressively early, get that really, really powerful advantage from the early game, and even though Booty Plunderers were able to pull it back, Renegade Pro just pushing that to the end, and with really, really good conservative Juggernaut play. So I hate to see what's going to happen if it's a Spectre getting farmed rather than the Juggernaut, and her ability to jump around the map is fantastic. Now, the last set of bans, we had AA, banned by Booty Plunderers. Not any particular reason why Renegade Pro would pick that up, other than this just good map range shot, and of course, Shatter, I believe, goes through Grave, but at least will prevent the healing. And Undying, banned by Renegade Pro, as looking for the offlane. So Phoenix picked up with the offlane, and Lich picked up as the possibly solo support, definitely primary support for Renegade Pro, with the Fidini playing that. So here we go into game number 2. Team Renegade Pro up by 1, but we'll see how that translates into game 2. Here we go. So on the Radiant side, we've got Big Chief Your Deity, previously playing the Oracle, now playing the Tusk. Morgo, their mid laner, playing the Bat Rider. Birdman, off laner, playing the Slardar. Fidini, support on the Lich. And I've covered everyone. Big Chief, of course, being the other support. Got some interesting pool going on here. Fidini, actually, a lot of items. passing around, passing off consumables. Now on the dire side, Alpha smoked up again. Or no. This time the Booty Plunderer is smoking up. So we've got Alpha on the Mirana, so that is going to be roaming support, looks like. Mako on the off-lane Phoenix, maybe support. Anomaly definitely going mid on the Death Prophet. We've got Dart, probably going safe lane, Dragon Knight perhaps, and No Scope Yontai on the Dazzle. So it may have had a bit of a role swap here, because that Phoenix has got to be going off lane, the Dazzle's got to be supporting, but those two players in opposite roles last game. So we'll see what's going on. Got early warding going on here. High ground ward dropped by No Scope, but that was spotted out by the Radiant team, so they may deward that quickly. We've got 3 waiting on the side of the river here. Morgo, Big Chief, and Slardar. Oh, if they get the snowball here, then Anomaly is going to eat it again in the early game. Oh, just did not overextend. Arrow's going to split the wickets on bottom lane. Batrider. No, Phoenix, Spectre able to pick up that. So both runes going to the Radiant squad. So already, Renegade Pro set up in a good game. They know about the high ground ward. They've got Fidini on mid, just doing a sacrifice there. Both teams with high ground wards on the Radiant side of the river. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully better for Anomaly this game. Morgo dodges the early arrow from Alpha. Just that daytime vision being enough. No Scope getting chased down a bit by Big Chief, but it doesn't look like anything's going to happen much there. On the top lane, we've got a solo Birdman versus a solo Dart. Both heroes able to stay in lane solidly. Big Chief's actually cut off No Scope here. No Scope, stranger in a strange land, and possibly Ice Shard. No, it's Snowball. Rolls up onto No Scope, but No Scope definitely going to be able to get away after a few extra hits, but Anomaly being dragged off the lane, so getting pulled back in terms of his early game efficacy. And missed the first blood on arrow. Must have been a connected arrow followed by Phoenix picking off the Lich. I was looking for last hits. There we go. So just Mackhole taking heavy damage from the Spectre, but a point blank arrow secures the escape for Mackhole. So really nice early game from the Booty Plunderers already. 5-1 for the Batrider on mid though, so Morgo dominating this Krob as he dominated the mid in the first game. And this time not too any early ganks, just a little assist from Lich, just a little foot up. Nice aggressive vision from Booty Plunderers this game against Birdman, but Birdman safely in XP range. Offlaner for Booty Plunderers as we saw, got the first blood. Picking off that Lich. Mirana roaming around somewhere. Hits an arrow on Perseverance. He's taking a ton of damage. He's not going to be able to dagger out of here. Phoenix doing an Icarus dive to get some extra damage in here. Big Chief snowballs in to try to get something on Mako. Unable to do so. So that's another kill from the Booty Plunderers. And support just Mirana just TPing out before she got in any danger. Up to full mana again. Being responsible for 2 early game kills already. So Renegade not as solid of an early game as the first time. Mid still getting handled by Morgo against Anomaly, it looks like. Up by twice as many last hits. We'll see how that progresses. But in terms of that off lane, in terms of the roaming Mirana just being able to secure kills on the safe lane. So Dart and No Scope working nicely on the safe lane, keeping Dart's farm up, highest farm on the map so far. We've got Alpha near mid, possibly looking for an arrow on Morgo. Throws it. Morgo a little too wily again. Not going to get caught out. 5 stacks on Anomaly. Might be willing to go for the Firefly play here. But auto attacks from both Anomaly and Alpha just maybe warding him off a little bit. Nice little flame break toss. Anomaly 8 sticky napalm stacks, but now he's going to back off and shrug them all off. So a lot of good work from Morgo, but unfortunately not going to take you anywhere. Nice little side pull from Big Chief. Just working on stabilizing Perseverance's farm on this bottom lane. Obviously it was a bit chaotic earlier. Invis rune from minute 2 picked up by Mackhole, and looking for a play on Morgo. They really want to try to get something going for him. Mackhole pops up the Spirits, Icarus dive, Morgo taking a lot of damage, but not down yet. Flame break getting him to safety. Anomaly going way too deep, and Fidini in here in the mid lane, getting a nice little nuke off. Morgo flies back in, and Anomaly just goes down again, as well as the Phoenix, leveling this game out to 2-2. Just a little too aggressive from the Booty Plunderers. Obviously, just not anticipating the reaction from Renegade Alpha. Possibly willing to contest top rune. Does not has the leap up, has the arrow. Nice arrow, doesn't snag Morgo though. Morgo actually in really good shape on this play. His bottle's full. He's going to have a flame Firefly in a second here. And with the snowball out of Big Chief, who is also on mid, it looks like Anomaly's going to eat it again. This has just been such a tough series for him. That is just rough. So, again, getting handled on mid. Too much action there. Birdman up to level 4 in the off lane. No Scope Yuntai was doing a good job. Dart still highest farm on the map, but Perseverance catching up now on that Spectre. Looks like Alpha's going to go for an arrow play. And real quick, Mako versus Perseverance back on bottom. Perseverance with the poor man's shield, though, so nice and tanky. Not going to go down too easy in this safe lane. So, as the farm evens out between those two carries, I would heavily favor the Spectre as a more valuable investment for the late game. But then again, in the mid game, that DK is going to kick in a bit. Oh, Birdman going for a play here now that the Tusk has rotated in, but they're unaware that there was the Mirana here. But it doesn't matter because they've got the third guy in Fidini here. So Dart getting pounded, but of course a very nice little shallow grave going to keep Dart alive. So neither team profiting from that greatly, although the Radiant taking, I would say, significantly heavier damage on that play. Arrow comes in, nails that range creep. So Mirana's going to be happy with that extra 44 gold, although she wishes it was 250. 250! So Perseverance back here on the safe lane against Mako. Level 5 Phoenix, level 5 Spectre, almost 6. Spectre actually going to hit that 6 pretty quick. And this tri-lane from the Booty Plunderers might want to be careful about that, because all of a sudden a Spectre out comes in, you're in trouble. Alpha, TP bottom, maybe without being spotted out. Perseverance in some big trouble, actually, getting Icarus dies, Flame Spirits, and he's going to go down even before Mirana was able to rotate in. So some mistakes being made by Perseverance and that Renegade lineup this game, not supporting that carry enough, and he's got 2 deaths to his name now, as Anomaly does for Booty Plunderers. So 0-2-0, and Spectre does have a kill to her name though, but Anomaly just handled on mid again. Seems to be AFK. Big Chief and Morgo just going to take another kill. That, I don't know if Anomaly's tilted or what, but that was hard to watch. And Mako, valiant effort by TPing in. Big Chief had some. Oh, Mango he ate. So he has a chunk of extra mana, but unfortunately both his spells were still on cooldown, or I think that Phoenix would have been down again. Alpha, big playmaker for Booty Plunderers this game. I almost would like to see him stick around mid a little bit more, just because Anomaly's just getting handled too much. And that's going to be a real problem for them again when they're expecting that Krob to be able to do something good, and is not. Oh, Alpha playing a little bit too fast and loose. Ice Shards is going to seal the deal on that kill, and Perseverance with the early Urn of Shadows. So as I said in the draft screen, this is that new... Oh, hold that thought. Fidini tries to go for the Ancient Deny, but gets picked by Mako. But this is the new aggressive build for Phoenix, with Urn, early Drum perhaps, Phase Boots, Diffusal, Yasha, that kind of mess, instead of the Radiance. Seems to be really popular, seems to be working out well, and again, you're able to support your team earlier. The patch seems a lot scrappier than previous, sort of sit back 4 protect 1, some of those styles of gameplay. They've got 4 heroes on top for the Booty Plunderers. Arrow going in, not going to connect with Birdman, but he's unaware of the 4 heroes, I think, so there is a potential for him to get caught out. Likely it's Anomaly wanting to get something done with that Krob ult, and not wanting to get picked off again on mid lane. Phoenix with the egg, obviously most effective when in a large team fight. Dart with his dragon form just trying to pound away at this tower, and looks like they're going to get it fairly quickly. Mako picks up a haste rune, so he's coming in, and that's the Exorcism pop. So this is going to be a tricky situation for Renegade to fight into. Mako coming up behind with that haste rune, tossing out as many flame spirits as possible, probably looking to egg them all. Just to secure... Certainly that tower has been mostly secured, although Big Chief rolling in deep. Anomaly's low HP and gets picked by Perseverance ulting, and your Chief Deity guy Dart gonna eat it too. Wow, I'm not entirely sure how Renegade Pro got so aggressively onto them. Michael throwing in the Sunray to try to heal, but not enough. Alpha's also going to get picked off, so that's a 3-for-1 trade. Looked like such a... Oh, no, Yontai no scope is going down as well. 4-for-1 trade for Renegade Pro. Michael gets off a Phoenix Egg, but doesn't stun anyone, doesn't do a significant amount of damage. Not entirely sure how such a strong push turned into such a heavy rout. Maybe the combination of just the Spectre and Slarter just running up at them, but definitely... Booty Plunderers in big trouble again with that Spectre play. Difference in net worth is over 4K, 4.5K approximately. Perseverance might get caught here though. Arrow comes in, tags, and Perseverance is going down on this play. So that's going to be a small saving grace for the Booty Plunderers. And hopefully they can finish off this top tower that they wanted so badly a little while ago. Birdman hopping into mid, definitely looking to finish up his Blink Dagger before he fights again. Might not be an option, but I'm pretty sure the Radiant team is willing to sack this top tower now. They didn't need to. They don't need to defend it again. It's not that. It's certainly the least valuable tower they have. Oh, blink from Morgo. So Morgo already with the Blink Dagger secured at minute 10. On top of Boots and Bottle, he's just doing a fantastic job. So the top tower does go down finally. Booty Plunderers getting their long-awaited prize. Dazzle almost overextended, but he's got two guys behind him. That'd be Marana and Dart. Looks like Dart popped the Dragon Form. Mid, Anomaly, trying to get a play onto Big Chief and Morgo. Not going to happen again, though. Oh, Moonlight Shadow, though. Observer Ward thrown down, but not a sentry. Alpha able to get ahead of Big Chief, throw an arrow, and he goes down. So, finally getting some plays off. Phoenix dives in, throws a few Fire Spirits on the Creep Wave, who don't take any damage. Ward spotted out by Fidini. No scope dropped that in, so probably going to see an instantaneous D-ward on that. Michael retreating from a little confrontation with Morgo. Definitely a good choice. Morgo only level 8 though, so in terms of how their XP is split, even though they're 3.5k ahead... Oh, net worth though, taking a big dive after that tower goes down. That's 1k gold in the favor of the Booty Plunderers. That XP is not on the Batrider. It's not a Lich, so I'm guessing it's got to be on the Spectre. So level 9. Well, let's check out the hero levels. Goodness gracious. There we go. Hero levels. Hero levels, we've got 9, 8, 8. Okay, so they do have a severe XP advantage. Just feels later in this game, but probably casting back-to-back games does that to you. Alpha moving off into the jungle, getting spotted out by Big Chief and Fidini. Manages to connect the... Crystal Nova, the Frost Nova. Snowballs in both. The Flame Spirits come back. Oh, that's a good egg. Perseverance trying to cut it down, but yeah, he's going to make it. Oh, that's a tough break for the Phoenix. And heals coming out from the Dazzle, but unable to heal or Shallow Grave the egg. So Perseverance just holding tight, just running in on the egg and taking that down. Whew. Still a rough game for the Booty Plunderers here, and especially losing that Phoenix, who's been making a lot of space for them. No scope getting a good ward down. Was not spotted out quite so quickly, I don't think. Perseverance, though, really solid performance in both games with Phase Boots and Drum and Urn of Shadows and Poor Man's Shields. Just really hard to deal with now, and really strong in a fight. Anomaly... Oh, just so poor again. Phase Boots and Null Talisman not even started on whatever his next item might be. Fidini secures the rune for Morgo, which is haste, so it looks like, yeah, Anomaly's probably going to bite it again here. He's going to get got by these three. Yeah, Batrider already flame fire flying towards him, and Anomaly's just going down here. Oh, Shallow Grave is a nice gesture, but definitely not going to save him on this one. Perhaps? Yeah, okay. The Firefly finishing him off. Good blink. Alpha rotating in towards middle. Leaps, throws an arrow. Oh, able to tag Big Chief, who's at low HP right now, but oh, Birdman with the blink gets in there, stomps. Big Chief going down to the auto attacks of No Scope. Alpha goes down to the crush, followed by the minus armor. No Scope Yuntai is getting swarmed by the Radiant squad. Oh, blink on Dart, that's brand new. Comes in, doesn't manage to pick off Morgo, or doesn't manage to pick off Slardar, but he is picked up by the poison damage and rotation from the Phoenix Mako. So, chaotic fight going on right now. Egg down. Dart hops in to deny Perseverance the chance to pop the egg, but Perseverance, of course, spectral daggers across the river to safety. Really chaotic fight there. Kind of lost track of what the hell was going on, but looked like a 2-for-2 trade overall. Maybe 2-for-1. Certainly was slightly in the favor of Team Renegade, I would hope. Let's hope I'm not so tired that I can't even see which team is winning a fight. Bottom lane, Big Chief, just narrowly avoids the arrow. Mako coming in on him with the Flame Spirits, but not really interested in doing more. Perseverance spotted out by Mako, who's trying to chase him down with Flame Spirits. He's getting snowballed. He's stuck on the little ramp. Gets Walrus punched, gets shards in. Mako nowhere to go and just gets picked off by the blink in from the Slardar. Mirana making a beeline away from them. Has already used Leap, 20-second cooldown. Oh, Bat Rider, wicked sick now by picking off the Dragon Knight on mid lane. The Namely unable to prevent that, and it looks like it's a bit of a game one all over again here with Team Renegade with a really commanding performance again. We're at 15 minutes, so it's a little bit slow to get this net worth graph up for you, but there we go. We can see it again. Mid lane Mako and safe lane Perseverance just all over this game. The safe lane performance of the DK certainly is okay. Alpha getting caught out here, punched, but not going to go down. Phoenix up behind them, throwing down the Sunray. Moonlight Shadow thrown up, with the Krob ulti, and Tusk is going to eat it. But again, that's a 4-slot, 5-slot support going down. So not a huge pick-off by any means. Birdman, though, a little too far out, but manages to blink back before anything bad happens to him. Perseverance retreating back, and is actually going to TP to mid lane to farm that. Morgo hanging out on mid lane, looking for a pick-off if someone TP's mid. And they've got 5 bottom for the Booty Plunderers, so obviously trying to use that pushing power that I mentioned during the draft. They have lost no Tier 1 towers. Looks like their mid might go down on this trade, but we'll see what Renegade is looking like. Birdman with the Invis Rune is right in the middle of these 4 heroes on bottom, but not really going to go for anything right now. Middle tower not going down for Booty Plunderers. So 2 towers down for Renegade, and they've got to watch out that gold leaf. Fini gets snagged by an arrow, looks like he's going to eat it, although Morgo hops in, is able to pick up Alpha, ult for the Spectre, Spectre in, able to get the assist there, also going to get the assist on No Scope Yuntai, and Mako with Flame Spirits on everyone. Hanging there. Dart able to get in there, huge egg, just tagging everyone, and I'm not sure that Phoenix is going to be able to take this down on his own. He is, and Morgo, once again, another kill, godlike on this mid-hero. Just seems like one of the biggest problems in this game is the mid-heroes being just unbalanced. Morgo really handling Anomaly both games. Anomaly is in big trouble here, getting caught out, going to get punched down by Big Chief, and Morgo comboing him down again. Morgo beyond godlike again. And we'll see here, just a huge lead. Almost 6,000 gold, almost 10,000 experience for Team Renegade, despite the fact that they're down 1 tower. They were down 2. So, but Perseverance really going to get out of control again in this game. Just a rock-solid play from Team Renegade. Alpha, despite the fact that Alpha made some great early rotations, securing 2 kills on the safe lane, Team Renegade able to rally around that safe lane, just knowing that their aggression from Tusk and Bat Rider would be able to pay off. And Bat Rider really doing a great job on mid. Koryaman, another caster in this game, pointing out that Spectre has now picked up a Sacred Relic, so that's going to be a decent timed Radiance if he wants it. Big Chief getting caught out, possibly by an arrow, rolling in there. Moonlight Shadow down, so the not too many bounces off that Chain Frost, but a huge amount of damage going out to both teams. Mako getting saved by the Shallow Grave as he has no egg right now. And just a really, really chaotic fight. Big Chief managing to get away. Dazzle managing. Everyone managing to get away. Really nice Shallow Grave from No Scope. So finally, a really, really great appearance of that skill in saving the Phoenix there, who had no egg. Had he had the egg, that would have been a very different fight. Arrow just does not connect there. So Renegade buying the time for their team. Oh, Dart gets a blink stun and pops his ulti on Illusion. Spectre able to get a pick off on the Krub. And a little bit of taunting from Big Chief, your deity, on, I believe that was the blink stun play from the Dragon Knight. So that's a little rude. You know, you're winning this game 24-11. There's no reason to taunt your opponent, you know? I don't think you need to do that, guy. Hey, guy. We're all buddies, guy. Dart minus armored and revealed by the debuff from Amplify Damage, and looks like the Radiant Squad trying to get up in on him. It's a bit deep, not really ready to commit. No Scope, Yantai close by, so probably would be able to save him. Slara getting deep on this. He really wants to go after Dart. Doesn't get the new Amplify Damage off, so he's not going to go for it. Probably was just looking to reapply the Amplify Damage for the scouting. Alpha moving through bottom. What's Alpha got up on himself? He's got Power Treads. He's looking for a Yules. So he's looking to do a Yules arrow combo, but at this point I think that's coming in a little bit slower, a little bit too slowly, and they may need some extra carry potential. Death Prophet possibly going for a Dagon, possibly going for a Yules, but either way, just so underfarmed. Birdman gets a nice amp damage off, and TP's, or blinks backwards. Actually, I think he's caught himself in the trees here. Also potentially going for Yules, definitely going for something with this Staff Wizardry. Dart caught out. Oof. Ugh. Dart caught out by the... we got a lasso on Yontai No Scope, trying to take out that Dazzle before he's able to save lives. Gets the Shallow Grave off of himself. Makol getting hit hard here. Able to get off the egg. That's a huge play if it's able to explode, but it just gets focused down. This Radiant Squad is just too far ahead, and Makol calls GG. 20 minutes... about half the time from game one. That was an incredible show of just serious, aggressive play. And Birdman telling them not to flame. So, that is all for this evening, and apparently there's some issues with how this game came together. We did come together about 50 minutes behind schedule, but that is it. That is it for this evening. I'm going to go and play some Dota with my buddy, and thank you everyone who bothered to come in and check this out, and might get back to some more streaming. So have yourself a fantastic evening.